What's up, guys? I'm back with a video. Got my 10900K rig set up about I guess 2 days ago, and it's taken me a little bit of time to get everything kind of configured and set up, ready to go. But I do have it set up and configured. I got I was just thinking I'd run a quick little Cinebench run for you guys with the 10900K. I'm just filming this with an iPhone. And then probably maybe tonight or next couple days here, I'm gonna try and get some videos out of some gaming performance. So got kind of the important metrics over here with hardware info 64. And right now I've just got it running at 5 gigahertz on all cores. You can see that here. And then here's the V core. It's in the BIOS, it's set to 1.225 volt. And I'm using load line calibration with an Asus Maximus Hero board, and that's at level 5. So a little bit of V-troop. You're going to see this drop down quite a bit. Make sure it's focused quite a bit once it's placed under load. All the temperatures are here on the cores, distance to the TJ max, so the max temperature. And then down here we've got kind of the power reading, so CPU package power. And then some error checkers right here. So if we get any of those nasty WHEA errors, it's going to log them here. This is perfectly stable. I've tested this with RealBench. Haven't had any issues. I have been manually tuning down slowly on the VCC IO, VCC SA, so I don't know if that's in here. It should be, but I just set it to 1.16 on VCC IO there, and there's VCC SA, which is the system agent and the IO. So those are typically set, where is it at? Typically set pretty high by the motherboard manufacturers once you select XMP. I do recommend that if you do run XMP or high-speed memory and you select XMP, go down and check those in your Asus motherboard and set those to a lower value, because that's way too high. They're going to typically set it somewhere around like 1.3, 1.35, and that's an easy way to burn up the integrated memory controller on the CPU, which is why Intel likes to say they void your warranty if you run XMP memory. And that's just going to be motherboard dependent, how they set it up, how they're loading that profile up, and what they think should be applied. It's typically far too high. Even if you're not running XMP or you're running low speed memory, check those and set them. If you're running lower speed like 3200 megahertz, you could really run it around like 1.1 volt, possibly even lower. If you start to push up around 4000, you're going to need somewhere between about, with the configs that you run in. I'm running 4x8 sticks, so 4x8 gigabyte. Depending on your integrated memory controller quality, probably around 1.2 or slightly lower, which I'm trying to go lower on it. You may even have to go all the way up to about 1.25 or so. I would say keep it under 1.3 and you should be pretty safe. Then you got the dim temperatures there. That doesn't really matter. I've got a pretty high airflow case. I bought a new Lian Li Dynamic O11 case. Anyway, so let's run this. We'll go back up towards the V core over here, and we'll show that to you after we run the test. So we're just going to do a multi-core test, not run anything in the background. That's another key is, if you're scoring lower, make sure you're not running a bunch of applications. And then you can, if you're benchmarking, if you're a professional benchmarker, you could run this in real time. But most reviews, they're not going to run, real time and use that as a score. They're just going to run it, I guess, realistically in real time, right? And let the score do its thing. But if you ran it in real time, you wouldn't see anything on the screen. It'd be doing it in the background, and then you'd get your score at the end. So you guys can see here, we're looking pretty good on temps as that's rendering. 60 degrees Celsius, we peaked at 61 degrees Celsius, 1.128 volt under load, 1.19, pretty good. And just about done. This 10900K is really fast. So you guys can see we scored 64.59, so that's pretty good. I mean, that's 5 gigahertz all core. The highest I can go is 5.3 gigahertz all core and past Cinebench. I don't know if I can get it stable to run like something like Prime 95. I think that's pretty unrealistic with the cooling. I'm only using a 280 millimeter all-in-one liquid cooler from Corsair. It's the H115i Platinum RGB. So nothing super exotic, just a pretty standard cooler. And that's with the quality of chip that I got here is pretty cool. So that's a great score. And it scores really high on single core if you overclock it. You know, you're getting really good scores. So this chip offers really great multi-core performance and single core performance. Just rips through games. Does great if you're doing rendering or anything like that. And I mean, for the price of $529, that's less than what I paid for a 9900K. $100 less than I would have paid for my 9900KS. And yeah, my screen's just doing its little flicker thing. Occasionally it does that. It's something with the, you can see the display port popped up. It's something with this screen, this 4K 144 screen. It doesn't ever do it during games or anything, but occasionally, maybe every couple days you'll see it do that. It'll just turn off and then flip itself back on. It's something to do with the signal or the screen or something. So anyways, that's it, guys. You saw we ran 5,000 megahertz, 5 gigahertz across all cores. We're also running the cache overclocked at 4.7, 1.217. Idle voltage, load voltage dropped down to 1.19 rather. Super low voltage. This chip quality is just insane. Great temperatures, peaked at 64, it looks like, it's the highest. We drew 196 watts on the package there, no errors, as you can see that. Running 4200 megahertz CL17 memory. Absolutely zero issues. I think the VRM might be down here as well. We can see that. Motherboard temperatures are all really good. And my VRM is in here somewhere, but I can't seem to find it right now. Let's see if I can take my eyes off the screen here. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I moved it. Maybe I deleted it. I don't know. Normally it was here. Maybe I've accidentally deleted it. I have moved some things around here to try and look at different things. Maybe I disabled it, but regardless, VRM is obviously very cold. Everything in the system's really cold. So sorry about that. It's all kind of screwed up. I hope that was useful. I'm actually gonna make another video probably tonight and show you guys how to overclock this chip, how to get things set up, because you know Intel's chips are really about tuning and voltage tuning, getting them all set up. So I'm gonna make a video and run through the BIOS settings with you guys and how I set my stuff up to get highest possible performance. All right, we'll see you soon.